This lens gets 5 stars if for no other reason than it has no competitors in the f-mount. However, it is a pricey lens designed for specialist applications and is not for most general-purpose photographers. Optics: shooting wide open, not really the intended use of this lens. The center is very sharp with the corners falling to good. Tilting or shifting results in even more drop-off in the corners. Shooting at working apertures, f/8 or smaller, the sharpness across the frame is excellent and there is no real vignetting and very little distortion. The only problem at working apertures is a bit of CA in the corners, but this cleans up very easily in post. Ease of use: well-damped focus ring, as it should be for a MF-only lens. Tilt and shift are easy to apply and lock, though the knobs are probably smaller than they should be. You should also note that it is possible to end up with one of the knobs under the viewfinder housing, which makes operation difficult, but this can be avoided and as is a common feature to all of the TS-E lenses. Lens cap is a bit better than the Canon standard and the lens hood is good quality plastic and locks on securely, unlike many Canon hoods. These lenses are said to be hard to use, but with a live view and a little knowledge, they are stupid simple to use. Just remember to use the depth preview button to stop down the lens so you can see the final composition on the screen. It will take a bit before everything clicks, but you can master the ins and outs in an afternoon. While there are many great resources on using tilt/shift lens, as a basic overview, shift allows you to change the perspective of the lens. If you shoot architecture and need buildings to have straight lines, this will be a handy feature. You can of course accomplish the same task in most image manipulation programs, but you do sacrifice some of the frame to computer perspective correction. Tilt allows you to change the field of focus from being perfectly parallel to the sensor. Thus, you can get near and far objects in perfect focus, which is an important ability for landscape or product photographers. Yes, you can get landscapes that are reasonably sharp from near to far by taking advantage of the hyperfocal focus distance, but this only puts near and far in good enough focus. If you consider the cliched meadow in front of mountains photo, with hyperfocal focusing, you will find that the nearest flowers are annoyingly defocused and the mountains aren't as sharp as they could be. However, with a TS-E lens, you can avoid this and more or less have the entire scene in sharp focus. Of course, the price you pay for this ability is that you have to purchase a big, heavy, expensive, and manually focusing lens, meaning that this lens is not for everyone. However, if you want to shoot truly great landscapes, assuming you already have a good eye for things, then a TS-E lens is the way to go, unless of course you drag an LF camera out there, which is really the way to go. And if you shoot a lot of products, then this is really the way to go. As a general note, tilt and shift are perpendicular to each other, so if you have the lens tilted up or down, you can only shift left and right. This is probably the behavior you want, but if you want to be able to tilt up and down while shifting up and down, you can either pay Canon to change the lens, or you can do it yourself with a screwdriver and a bit of care. The newest TS-E lenses allow you to do this yourself without tools, but for most users, this limitation will not be a problem. Oh, build quality is also excellent. It feels like a tank and I have yet to have any problems with mine. I will of course keep everyone updated. Also, these lenses mount the Canon series of extenders, so you get a great 64ths and 95ths. 6 as well if you already own the extenders. Optical quality drops off a bit with the 2x, but at working apertures, it is more than good enough for a professional quality big prints. It is a nice, sharp lens, but know this, there is a steep learning curve. Not something you can pick up and shoot with and get any consistently good results. It's manual focus. I tried manually focusing it through the viewfinder of a full-frame camera, using the stock focusing screen, and none of the shots came out in focus. Don't get this if your camera doesn't allow you to change to a better focusing screen unless you're going to use live view on the LCD. One of my favorite lenses. It has so many uses it's hard to believe. I bought this for my son. Well, we bought it together for his photography business. He has only been able to borrow this lens on photo shoots before this purchase. He lives in a different state than I do, and although we talk almost every day, each conversation now has something great to say about this lens. It has definitely put his creativity into a bigger category. He has said he has no idea how he got along without it before the purchase, and the photos he has taken since would not have been possible with any other lens. It is exciting as a mother and supporter of his career to know that this purchase is making more of his dreams a reality, and that for his clients too. The lens exceeded his expectations and his career is booming. The customer service was first class from the start with Amazon. The Canon TS-E 45mm f/2.8 tilt-shift lens for Canon DSLR cameras has been a godsend for my son. Click link in description for more reviews.